Okay, go.
Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, today we're going to talk about the x and y intercept. Let's look at it from a graph first. So the y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. Okay? And it's also where x equals 0. So x is always going to be 0 here. And the x-intercept is where the graph crosses the x-axis and where y equals 0. So your y-intercept is when x equals 0 and your x-intercept is when y equals 0. So let's look at the graph. If we look to see when x equals 0 or where it crosses the y-axis, that would be right here. So this would be my y-intercept. And then for the x-intercept, we're going to look where it crosses the x-axis. Remember, the x-axis is horizontal. And where y is 0, and that would be right here. So this would be the x-intercept. So in this case, my x-intercept is 2, 0, and my y-intercept is 0, 3. So take a minute, pause the video, and make sure you copy all that down. Now let's look at x and y-intercept from an equation. The x-intercept, we are going to make y equals 0. So we're going to substitute 0 in for the y value. So when we do that, we'll have 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 12. Well, 4 times 0 is 0, so we cancel that out. And we're just left with 3x equals 12. And now we solve. So divide both sides by 3. And x equals 4. So my x-intercept is 4, 0. Now let's look at the y-intercept. For the y-intercept, we're going to make x equals 0. So now we're going to substitute in 0 for the x value. So we'll have 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. Remember, every time you substitute, make sure that you put parentheses around it. Now, 3 times 0 cancels out, and I'm left with 4y equals 12. Now you just solve. Divide both sides by 4, and y equals 3. So my y-intercept is 0, 3. Remember that we made x equals 0, that's why it's 0, and then y equaled 3. Okay, take a minute, pause it, make sure you copy it down right, and then push play when you're ready to resume. Now we're going to look at a table the last way. It's the same thing. For the x-intercept, y is going to equal 0, and for the y-intercept, x is going to equal 0. So when x is 0 right here, this is my y-intercept. And then when y equals 0, which is right here, that is going to be my x-intercept. So in this case, my y-intercept is 0, 3, and my x-intercept is 4, 0. Make sure that you understand how to do this. Again, your x-intercept is when y equals 0, and your y-intercept is when x equals 0. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.